Hey everybody, welcome. Let's see how this works. Okay, he would not let me be great. This is our baby. Yes, you are the baby. So listen, welcome. This is Henrietta Bianca Gant. Have a start your HR biz tip for you today. I am extremely excited about this nugget because I have been getting this question in literally like every, I would say most, let me not just say every, in most of my one-on-one strategy sessions with individuals. So if this is your first time watching me, welcome. Again, my name is Henrietta Bianca Gant, and I help HR professionals take what they know to make profitable side hustles and businesses. So if you are interested, if that is you, make sure you email our team at services@career-image.com. So today I am welcomed by our baby boy. We have 3 boys in the house. We have a total of 4 children, just so you know. And he does not want to play with his brothers. And I have a schedule, and I knew when I was going to be able to do my videos. Yes, if you're watching this, depending on when you're watching this, we are amidst COVID-19. So a new title that I have is homeschooler. Yeah. So literally everybody, all of the kids are home, right? So anyway, I wanted to talk to you all about a topic that is very near and dear to me. These tips that I'm getting ready to share is something that I lived, I breathed. I don't give tips that I haven't lived through, right? So hopefully this is going to be able to encourage you all, okay? That tip is don't compete, but collaborate. Many people again, I'm not going to say every strategy session. He is determined, you guys. So we always end up talking about competition. I even had someone reach out to me before who was actually, she wasn't my business coach, but she did help me in doing some things for the business. Let's put it to you that way, right? And she's like, well, I started telling her that I wanted to start, helping other HR professionals with, starting their own HR business. She's like, well, aren't you afraid that they will end up being competition? I was like, absolutely not. Do you know how much business is out here? Like one person, you can't do it all anyway, right? What I do, you can't do. And the client might not like my big, vibrant personality. They might need somebody a little bit more mellow. I'm telling you, there's so much opportunity. This world is abundant. But I just don't see people as competent. I don't know. We could be doing the exact same thing. And I'm like, oh my goodness, how can we collaborate? I don't know. I just look at things a little differently. So I have a few tips for you all, okay? Especially when it comes to talking about competing, right? So if you look at the definition of competing, it has something to do with like the act of competing. I shouldn't use the same word in the definition, but the bottom line is like the end goal is to win, right? It's like, I'm going to win, but what in the world are you trying to win? Now, don't get me wrong. I know like the Amazons of the world and things like that, they have to win, but you have to determine what success looks like to you. And if you're meeting that, don't let your bar that you're trying to reach towards be what someone else is doing. Like, get your clear direction from God. Like, what is it that you're supposed to accomplish? And then set out to accomplish it and let that be okay instead of you looking at your competition, right? So you have to know competing is all about winning. So again, I know, trust me, I'm always telling my team, I'm like, listen, if we need to go big or go home, but there's a different type of spirit when it's like, I want to dominate. I want to, and it's nothing wrong with domination. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be number one. But I'm just saying, like, you don't have to look at your competition. You don't have to look at everyone as like they are your competition, and don't be afraid of your competition, right? So, the first thing is, if you are insecure about something that someone is doing, it means that there is something that you need to work on, Okay. If you see another HR professional on LinkedIn and they're doing this and they're doing that, you're like, oh my gosh. And it just annoys your soul. And you're just like, the person might not even be in HR. They just might be in business. And you're like, man, I'm just, like they just think that, you start finding yourself talking negatively about them. That's probably a form of insecurity. And you need to check yourself before it starts turning into full out hateration. Isn't that right? Right? You don't want it to turn out into exactly. You don't want it to turn into full out hateration. Okay, so you want to check that. More than likely, you are so funny. More than likely, if you are insecure about something, it means that you need to work on it. That's right. That's what I'm telling the people, right? If you are insecure about something, that means that you need to work on that thing. So, for example, I worked with someone and they were like, man, this girl was just like, I didn't like any of her statuses. I was just annoyed at her. I was like, girl, it might be because she's doing what you're supposed to be doing. Maybe not in the same capacity, but listen, God will make the rocks cry out. Okay. So you steady sitting on that idea that he gave to you in 2005. And he's like, well, you didn't do it. You're not picking it up. Like I have to give it to somebody else. And you and another person might have the exact same idea, but you all get executed completely different. So again, if you have some insecurities, don't think that you're a horrible person. You just need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. How many of you all remember that song? Okay, I digress. So that's that. Last thing is don't compete, but you want to collaborate. Again, that's definitely the theme of my messaging and my tip today. There is too much. I'm telling you. When I first started having to hire, it was for that reason. I'm not, I've worked with other people that wanted to start HR businesses too, or that already had HR businesses. And the reality is like, I could not do it all. So it just made sense for us to collaborate. One HR person, yeah, you can have, you can have competencies in recruitment and in policy development and benefits and mediation and blah 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 payroll, but the reality is, how many clients are you going to be able to have if you're just doing it by yourself? Right? You're not going to go, again, unless your goal is just side hustle, then that works, right? You might just be wanting to replace your income. You might just want additional income. You love your job. You don't want to leave your job. You love your benefits. You're like, hey, I'm not really trying to go into that full-time entrepreneurship lifestyle. Again, it doesn't really matter what level you want to go into, but the reality is that I guarantee you're going to get to a place where you're going to need to collaborate with someone. Even if you're working a full-time job and you just have one client, who knows, you might want to go on vacation. You might need to take some sick leave or whatever. That's that time that you can pull in someone else to assist you, right? Don't be greedy. Collaborate. There's so many different opportunities. And that's one of the things that really changed the progression of Career Image Solutions, is when I started collaborating with other HR consultants, and I'm still doing it this very day. Today, I had 3 conversations with some people, right, that were interested in working with us. They're like, hey, I'm not really having luck finding new clients. Do you all have some? I mean, it's just been a real blessing. We've been getting some referrals and recommendations. So I'm like, okay, I'm trying to figure out a way. How can I spread the love? Because even with the team that I currently have, we're not going to be able to pick up anyone else. So now I'm at the point where, again, I might have to collaborate. So don't be afraid to collaborate. Don't look at it as competition. And if you are have it in mind that somebody might be trying to come and take your stuff, put some agreements in place. One of the services that our company now offers, because everything we do in HR has a legal component, so we now offer Legal Shield, for example. So if you're interested in that, make sure you reach out to us at services@career-image.com. I might put that link in the description below. But there are some agreements that you can put in place depending on your city and your county and your state that you reside in, that your business resides in. There's some things that you can put in place that can really kind of, prevent you or prevent the other person that you're working with from kind of, stealing your ideas. But HR is HR, baby. So you really just have to have a level of discernment to know who to work with and who not to work with, right? In that capacity. I can't say yes to everyone that comes onto the team. I'll help anyone. Actually, that's not true anymore. I used to help anyone, but it has to. There has to be congruency, right? Before we can collaborate. And same thing. Even though there might be some individuals that want to have one-on-one, coaching, things of that nature. One of the very first things I like to do is have a 15-minute discussion, because you might not like me. You might say, this girl got too much energy. My appointment was at 8 o'clock. Why is she all live? So anyway, that's just my take on it, right? So again, don't compete, collaborate, 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 collaborate. There is enough out here for everybody. The world is abundant. When I tell you, trust me, trust me. And especially, again, if you're watching this in COVID-19, if you have not watched my video on top COVID-19 skills for HR consultants, you want to watch that, because those are some ideas of services that you could probably offer amidst COVID-19, to be quite honest. So you want to make sure that you check out that video. I recorded that, and there might be some kids in the background with that one too, because I don't know. I'm just trying to make the best of what I have of my situation right now. I tell all my clients, so listen, I'm not talking to you alone. I might have a posse in the background, and this is one of them, because he does not follow rules just yet. Isn't that right? Okay, say bye-bye. Give me this. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye to the people. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye, HR superstars. There you go. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, everyone. I hope that this was helpful. Please comment below. Please like. Please subscribe. Please share with another HR superstar, another HRpreneur that might be interested in taking what they know in HR into side hustle, profitable business. If you are, again, interested in working with me either on one-on-one or a group setting, please email us at services@career-image.com. We would love to be able to help you figure out what you need to do next. We are having a program coming up June 15th, 2020. It's a group strategy program, and I'm piloting some new things. I'm thinking I'm going to do a video. I don't think this is a good idea. Just trying to grab this pencil. I'm thinking about doing a video just so you all can know some of the things that you might get from it. But the bottom line is I'm trying some new things that I want to add to the program. So it's going to be a pilot kind of program in June 15th, but it's still going to include a lot of what other people have received from the program in the past. So hopefully that makes sense. If you are interested, again, email us at services@career-image.com. Until next time, HR superstars, HRpreneurs, make sure you command your day. Have a wonderful one, everyone. Bye-bye.